Hello. Okay, we're going to do a complete tear down and inspection of a Suburban SF-30F. So the SF-30F is similar to the SF-35, the SF-42. They're all very similar, it's just difference in BTU outputs. So I've already got this one removed from the unit. So you would have, before you can take this out of the unit, you would have had to have taken your exhaust out from the outside. There's 6 screws in there. This comes out first, and then you have your air intake right there, which comes out. Okay, so you'll take those, set them off to the side. You won't need those until we have to go and put it back together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove everything from the case. So we're going to pull the whole unit out of the metal case. So on the back here you would have 2 Phillips screws normally. I've taken the Phillips screws out already, and this would come out. On all the Suburban furnaces, your high limit switch is in the back here, and then that's also where you find your serial number and stock numbers and all that back there. But there's your high limit switch on this particular unit. So then to remove it from the case, there's a Phillips screw right here. We'll remove that one. Sometimes they have a screw up in through here. It's not there. Then you're going to take the whole piece and you're going to stand it up, and you'll wrestle it out of there. That one got caught, so that's not a big deal. We just bend it back down. Okay, in the case we can just set off to the side. We're not going to need that for anything. Okay, so this one's a customer's unit, so we're going to end up taking it all apart. And I'm going to clean everything out of it. So first thing we'll do is we'll remove the screws in here, which then removes the bracket for our control board. And while we're doing it here, we might as well straighten all this out. The part that got caught on the case here. So just get this all straightened back out so when we go to put it back on, we don't have any issues. And there we go. Okay, so we'll remove our igniter lead, unplug the connection to the board. This is the fan power, and then all of that stuff. So you got your positive to your thermostat, and this is the positive wire coming in to send power to the board. All of that we can just set off to the side. We don't need any of that right now. Okay, get these little clips out of here. Get everything kind of separated, and then we will start taking everything apart. So we can take our little ring off here to expose our fan. Create a pile of screws down there. So inside of here, there's an Allen right there, an Allen screw that you loosen off, and then you can pull this whole metal wheel off. Now, I do believe have to get the right Allen key out of the van. I don't have this one here that I have is meant for knotwood. No, it will fit. There we go. We got it. Sometimes they'll be in there pretty tight, especially if they haven't ever been off. Okay. Okay. You can probably hear my kids yelling in the background at one another. So this isn't always easy, and then you got to get the Allen key backed off enough that you can get it off the shaft of the motor. This one does have it here, so I don't have to fight with it. So they have a hole in the front here, and then you can extend it in to the inside there, so you don't have to. There we go. And there you go. So you see what we're going to end up doing is cleaning all this kind of stuff out of it. Stuff like this makes it vibrate. And so there you go. And then you can see our sail switch is right. The sail switch right here. All the fur and everything on that. So we'll pull that out of there and get that all cleaned up. But we're gonna take the whole thing right apart so that everybody can see. So what I normally do with these there's little tiny bolts down here, you see. Just a good set of pliers, and you can loosen them off. And then of course you gotta watch for your nut on the back. So I like to thread them back together so that you don't lose them. Okay. I'll pull that sail switch. So there's a little fiber plate that's behind it. There we go. So you got the red wire coming off there, goes to the top of it, and then this wire here off the bottom of this one will continue going back to the high limit switch in the back, which then will come back up onto the brown wire or the yellow wire. The brown wire comes back on the brown wire, and that's the proving circuit to tell the furnace that it can ignite. Okay, so we got all that apart now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the shroud off of the motor here. What we suspect with this furnace is there's a problem with the burner itself, but I figured I might as well take the whole thing apart and clean it out, considering how much fluff and stuff is in it. Okay, so this is going to take off this plastic housing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Gets it off. Occasionally you will find some of these furnaces, not on the older ones but the newer ones, they will have a metal bracket down in here, a plate, to help steady all of this together here, that you have to take out of here. Okay, so once you get that, get all those screws loose. This comes off, and the motor wants to come with it. So what we're going to do here is we will stand this up, and we'll take the ground wire off for our motor down here. So this is just a common ground bar down here for all of it, and it goes down past the gas valve here, so we'll just pull it up. And just keep wiggling everything and everything will fall out of there. So there's your housing. We'll set that off to the side, and then we should be able to weasel the motor out of here. I'll take that out of there. Oh, they won't let me take that one out. That's one of them tamper-proof screws. So we'll just take the combustion wheel off. Or maybe I won't, because it's a different size as well. Oh, we'll just continue going. We'll take it all apart all at once. So we'll take the blower wheel housing off. So you got 2 screws on this side here. Actually, I guess if I
just a sec. Yes.
we'll get the right size here. We'll get this combustion wheel off so we can show you guys how to do it properly and not. I don't think my there we go. We'll get this combustion wheel off here. I guess I never told you guys what size this. This is a 1/8 Allen key, and that's what you need to take that blower wheel off of there. Okay, that combustion wheel is, a little clamp here is pretty well loose. Very rarely do you ever take the combustion wheel off of any of this stuff. But for the sake of what we're doing today, let's get clamp off, and then the combustion wheel off maybe. There we go. So I might not try and take that combustion wheel off because we don't have to replace the motor or anything in there. A lot of the time you go to take those off there and you break the combustion wheel. So we'll have to soak that really good to get that off. But you guys get the idea. We got that off now. And I still want to finish taking off this housing. This metal one here that the blower wheel was in. So we'll take out the rest of these screws. There we go. Now I can take that in, clean that up really good. So we can put it back together. I'm not going to bother taking this off of here. So yes, we are. Look at this. Look at the lovely bird's nest down inside of there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep. All right, so I take it back. I am taking it off of there.
What does the bird get in there?
Little tiny sparrows and stuff like that. They go and make nests all the time.
How do they get through that thing?
No, they come through.
The bottom?
They come through here.
Oh, wow, that's quite the workout.
Yep. It's quite a regular occurrence. Happens quite often. And usually what it'll do is it'll jam the whole furnace up. Them making it back there, this explains a lot about why this furnace was burning funny. Like the burner wasn't burning properly at all. And this explains now why, because all this stuff is going to be packed around the burner here. So you won't be able to see inside of the heat exchanger, but once I take this top plate off of here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this out of here where the burner is. So this is your gas valve. So if you take this screw off here, so that loosens the whole gas valve off now. Now I'll be able to take this off here. And I should be able to remove it all at once. If not, what you end up doing, and I'm probably going to end up doing that, probably better. We'll remove this swivel nut right here out of the top of the gas valve, and then we can pull this whole plate up here. So usually when you're trying to do this, you have these housings in the way, and you have to use a crow's foot to get down here. But being that we've taken everything off, this is super simple to get to. So unless you're taking the whole thing apart like I did here today, don't expect that to be easy to get to unless you have a crow's foot. Underneath this is where your burner and your igniter electrode and all that is, and then there's a fiber fiber gasket that runs all the way underneath here. Okay. And as you see, it came kind of apart, and there's one little piece here. It's not a big deal. I just try and sneak it off the best I can. And we just place it back on there. Okay, so now you can really see what we're dealing with. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to snap a picture of that. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so now what I will do, I don't really want to move that electrode. Oh, look at that. So you can see our electrode in there. See how it's all gummed up and that right here. Let's get back further in the light. So you see all the oxidation and everything on there. So I'll pull this whole burner and everything out right now, and then we can clean that lovely bird's nest out of there. So the first thing I'm going to pull out this brush. Okay. So there's one half of it. You have that little metal snap piece in there. Okay, and then remove all the screws. I dropped one down in there. I'll have to fish that one back out after. And there we have it. So here's our electrode and everything. Then you have one more screw right there, and then that whole burner tube will come right out of there. But looking at our electrode here, how bad? Yeah, you see the electrode's getting pretty bad. So I think I'll probably end up ordering an electrode for this here unit. Get to the screws now, below the bird's nest. And we'll get this all nicely cleaned out now. Because who knows what's inside that burner right now. And there you have it. And the burner. So there's your entire burner. So it doesn't look like there's a little bit of stuff down inside there, but you can see at the end here where it started to get a little bad. I'm not going to replace it for, oh, the crimp is letting go on the end there pretty bad. I wonder how much light. Yeah. See, it's gotten pretty hot, and you can kind of, I'm not sure if you can see that or not. You see where it's crimped all the way around. So instead of the gas flowing out through here, there is a bit of a space in there. And then you can see here the burner, like the burner's starting to disintegrate pretty bad. So I think we're going to end up putting a new burner tube and electrode in this. So this video today is just going to be about the disassembly of it, because I'm not going to get to the reassembly. Let's see how much of this stuff we can shake out of there. Alright, I guess the next thing we'll do is so your electrode wire, your high tension wire is fed through all of this stuff here. So it goes through this bulkhead here. So you gotta pull it through. And there's a little rubber grommet right here into the heat exchanger case down in here. So a little orange grommet right here and there. So you feed it through, and then you feed it through this little grommet, and it comes out here. So now we're gonna try here not to get a bunch of crud into the gas valve. So there's your electrode. Like I said before, you can see how the tip of it is pretty well gone. So it's causing issues. So I might have something at the shop I can use, but I don't know yet. I will find out in the morning at this point. So there you have it. So that is an SF-30F made by Suburban, where it's all dismantled now. Now I'm just going to go through the cleanup, and then when I am ready to reassemble, I will do a video on the reassembly. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell me if you liked it or didn't like it. Alright, thanks, bye.